Hi, everyone. Welcome back. So, this time we actually have some good news for business owners, which happens very, very rarely, where we usually see that there are more obligations and responsibilities as the laws change for business owners. But this time, there is a pretty beneficial update. So, just to introduce it a bit, under the One Bill Big Beautiful Bill Act. It's a lot to say, quite a mouthful there. But businesses will generally be required to issue a 1099. That's the NEC form. And so that remains exactly as it was previously. And this would be if they're paying an independent contractor, freelancer, or any non-employee service provider. However, it's now increased, the threshold is increased from $600 to $2,000. So, Jane, could you talk a little bit about how this could positively affect some of our clients who are business owners, some of our listeners who are business owners?
Yes. Thanks, Irene. So, first of all, I'd like to say that we should continue to review the vendor list. So, just because we increased the threshold, we still need to make sure that we have the W-9s on file. We don't want to be scrambling last minute, thinking that, it's 600, 1 to 2,000, we won't need to file. We still want to make sure that we have everything intact. And especially if it's, let's say it's 50 contractors, sometimes it seems it could be small amount, but it does add up. So with the threshold increasing, just wanted to say that the backup withholding is still 24%. So there are two different pieces of the rule. The threshold is 2,000, but withholding still remains the same. And then for the 1099K, the federal reporting threshold returns to 20,000 and 200 transactions, which is also good news. So it's, you know, better off for us. And the inflation adjustment, so beginning in 2027, the 2000 threshold will be adjusted annually for inflation. So we'll obviously update everybody on that, but it's also good news. And another point to keep in mind, so for this is all federal updates, but the state updates could be a bit different. So in New York, we typically, for a private business, we don't need to file a separate New York State or New York City 1099 NEC. But for example, we have clients that are in the state of Connecticut and we do have state withholdings. So we're definitely going to keep an eye out for that. But other than that, the federal update is still good news for everyone. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you.